how do I want to describe this? Not issues, but things that I would definitely have hoped that GM considered when they made this car.
You need some gas on.
What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy, JamesAtkinsTv, and thank you in advance for tapping in with your boy in today's vlog, man. Listen, in today's vlog, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while now, which is talk about the 5 things that hate is such a strong word, but dislike about the C8 Corvette and my ownership thus far. Apologize for the wind noise, but listen, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. And before I start this video, I want you guys to first off understand that this video is a hard one to make because there really aren't any things that I can say that are bad, like per se bad about the C8 Corvette. I will say, however, that when it comes to the overall aspects of the car and what all I believe should have been entailed and thought about, considered when the car first came out, these are, you know, the 5 things that I personally have identified. These are, by the way, some like nitpick, like small things, so don't take this video too critical. Yeah. So if you kind of agree with me on any of these things, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below some of the things that you kind of don't like about the C8 Corvette, whether it's tail lights, cosmetic issues, performance, whatever it may be. So yeah, let's just see what your 5 things align and how they align with my 5 things. All right. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the very first thing. So thing number 1, and I have a really bad screen glare here. Thing number 1 would be the infotainment center for the C8 Corvette. Okay, let's see if I can actually get a better angle on this so you don't see the reflection of me. 1 second. All right, guys, so this is probably the best it's gonna get. I had to kind of come back inside the garage, but the number 1 thing that I kind of don't like the most about the C8 Corvette is the user interface for the infotainment center. These apps, like, I don't know, just the whole entire feel, the shapes that they provide, it just feel like very blocky, and I feel like it gives me Android vibes. Now, no offense to anybody that's an Android user, I'm an iPhone user personally, and I just feel like, you know, the UI just doesn't fit the car. The car has a very luxurious, you know, fancy, super sport feel, and this gives me, like, you know, Camaro vibes. Like, this would actually, quite honestly, I like the Camaro UI better. Second thing with this entire, you know, platform is that they could have used a lot more of this bezel. Like, this is literally wasted empty space. Now, for whatever, you know, mechanics that are going on behind this, but like, listen, all this real estate could have been used. Like, you utilize the space, and all this is just plastic. Like, there's nothing here but just plastic. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents here on that piece. I realized that by going in the garage, you guys couldn't really see the, you know, space that's not used, but all this is just unused bezel. Like, they could have made this screen way bigger than what it is and just utilize more of that space. We're in the day and age in which technology is running very prevalent in cars, and you see the Tesla screens, and, you know, everybody's going larger. So this could have been a much larger screen, right? They could have really utilized that real estate better there. All right, so for the second thing, we have to stay on the outside of the car, and trust me, the car is not that clean right now. Don't worry, I know, but that was done on purpose for this video. All right, So about a week ago, I washed my car and I came out to look at the tires, and I haven't done a ton of driving, but the brake dust that is generated from these wheels is just, man, it's like always a hassle to clean these wheels and tires, man. This has been an issue with, you know, Brembos, the brakes for my Camaro, but I just feel like GM knows that this car could have been, well, I just feel like GM knows that this car was going to have this issue, but you know, to get that resolved, changing out brake pads, changing out rotors, going ceramic, you know, ceramic coating the tires, like that's just, it's just, oh my god, it's a hassle. So like I said, guys, very nitpicky, but cleaning the wheels is always a task. Let me tell you, it takes a while to clean them and get them like really clean the way you want it to. Just hitting it with a power washer and scrubbing it down is something that, you know, you have to do. But like I said, this is all nitpicky stuff, so don't take it too serious. All right, guys. All right, the third and final thing, and this is something that I've had debate about for a while on the car, is the complete rear end of the vehicle. All right, I'm not sure if it's the tail lights, if it's the spoiler, if it's the square exhaust pipes, I'm not sure, but it's something about the back end that just doesn't give me Corvette vibes, right? I won't sit here and tell you guys that I'm a Corvette, you know, fanboy, and the exhaust pipes had to come out the middle. I'm not gonna sit here and say that the tail lights look like Camaro tail lights, even though they very much so do, because I had a Camaro 2SS, and you know, I'm not sure if the design of the spoiler is where it should be, but just the rear end of the vehicle, I'm not sure if I am as sold on it as I was when I bought the car day one. Now, this car is beautiful. Looking at it from the back is still something glorious to look at, right? Even when I see other Corvettes on the road, I'm like, man, that's a really nice car, just looking at it from the rear in the wide stance. But I don't know, I just feel like if I was to redesign the car, the back end would have been, you know, more of a luxurious, high-end sports car type of vibe for me. That's it for the exterior. These last two are probably gonna be the most, how do I want to describe this? Not issues, but things that I would definitely have hoped that GM considered when they made this car, all right? Let's go ahead and get right to that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're rolling in the C8 Corvette, and I wanted to see whether or not I could capture number 4 live in action for you guys. So long story short, the number 4 thing on my list of things that I do not like about the C8 Corvette, that number 4 thing is the wind buffeting when you're traveling at a high rate of speed, like 60 miles per hour or more. Now, this is something that I know GM should have at least taken a look at, which is when the car does, when they have the target top off, right? What aerodynamics does the car actually have with wind? And let me tell you, when you have the windows up, all you hear is just wind noise smashing your ears the entire time, and it can be quite annoying. Right now I'm going like 50 miles per hour, so it's not that bad, but if I'm on the highway doing highway speeds, you know, 70, 80 miles per hour or something like that, listen, it just becomes unbearable. So like every single time you guys have seen me with the top off, I almost always have to have the windows up, because if I roll the windows down, it just gets even more worse. all I feel is just wind smashing me in the ears. And mind you guys, I'm 6'4". I'm 6'4", and I sit all the way back, so the wind noise is even more pronounced when I'm just riding in the car. You know what I'm saying? Just cruising. So if you guys don't know what wind buffeting is, look it up. Long story short, it's just like if you're in a car, a 4-door passenger vehicle, and you let down that one window in the back and no other windows, and then it just gets that loud, annoying sound. That's exactly what I'm experiencing. And like, it is really, really annoying, and it's one of those things that I deal with, so like, I'm not really too concerned or worried nonetheless. But I understand that it's one of those things that GM could have taken into consideration. When I had my Camaro and I rode with my Camaro top down on the convertible, nowhere near the amount of buffeting, okay? So yeah, that was number 4. The 5th and final thing that I do not like, or I wish that GM would have considered, and let me say it once again, like, this is not me nitpicking. I love this car. I'm super thankful, humble, and appreciative of being able to have this vehicle. There's so many of you guys that are out there waiting for your 2021s at this point. So listen, if you're getting a C8 Corvette, by no way, shape, or form am I telling you that this car is a bad car. Like, I love it, and you will, I'm pretty sure, enjoy your car as well. But the 5th and final thing that I wish GM would have considered is the engine noise, right? Engine noise. What are you talking about, James? So this has been over all of the forums, so there's nothing wrong with the car. It's just how they simply designed it, which is there is a slight ticking noise at around 1,000 to 2,000 RPMs, and you can hear it. It's a very, very distinct noise. Now, I tend to consider myself as an individual that has pretty good hearing, so I can hear it very clearly, and it sounds like a sewing machine. I can't even. It's like a tick 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 noise, and you just hear it. I looked it up in the forums, like I said, and I believe it's like the fuel injectors that I'm basically hearing right behind my head. But it is one of those things where I'm just like, man, if I could just get rid of the ticking noise. Long story short, ladies and gentlemen, that is my list of 5 things that I wish GM would have considered a little bit more, which are the 5 things that I dislike about the C8 Corvette thus far. Like I said earlier in this video, ladies and gentlemen, please drop a comment down below and tell me what you don't like about the C8 Corvette. What are some of your gripes with the C8? All right, let me know. Let's have a conversation. If you haven't already, go ahead and drop a thumbs up on this video. I truly appreciate you guys for tapping in with me and going along with this journey. And as always, hit that subscribe button, right? Stay up to date with all the latest videos. And as I publish them, when you hit that notification bell, you get the latest updates, all right? By the way, I did just recently pass 500 subscribers, so I will be having a 500 subscriber giveaway. Man, I appreciate you guys, man. 500 subscribers, and I think about like, what, 2 months or something like that. So it's only up from here, guys. It's only up from here. But until next time, man, it's your boy JamesAtkinsTv, and I'm out.